What is going on, you guys? So this is going to be a story time, and as you can see from the title of this video, I have effed myself over a little bit by being a little too excited about a potential deal. I'm going to leave the name of the gentleman and the name of the card I'm talking about out, just because I'm pretty decent friends. I'm very, very cordial with the gentleman that I was wheeling and dealing with, and no fault of his own. And I don't want to leave the card out because I feel like if I told you the card, you would be able to pinpoint who I'm talking about, and I do not want that to happen. So long story short, I had a card offered to me a while back, and I just couldn't do it. I just didn't have the means. And as an NFL Hall of Fame signed card collector, this is just a freaking must-have cornerstone piece of your collection. It would have been one of those pieces that if someone was like, hey, what's your best card? No doubt about it, boom, this would have been it. Mid four figures, big boy card. No doubt about it, big boy card. Well, then he offered it to me again here recently, and I was like, I can do this, man. I think I can pull this off. So it was authenticated by a company I don't like to have in my collection, and that's not a bad thing. I am strictly PSA, 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 PSA. I feel like they are the freaking cornerstone of the hobby. I'm talking for autograph authentication, for card grading, you name it, for detailing your car. I don't care. You need your house moved? Call PSA. They'll come box it up. I feel like they are the cornerstone. So it wasn't slabbed and authenticated by them. So I sent two quick picks or two quick opinions to PSA and to another company. The other company sent me an email back and said, highly unlikely that it's authentic and that it would not pass full service. About a day later, PSA wrote me back and said, questionable authenticity. And so this is a card that's already slabbed by a reputable company. But when I'm about to drop mid to mid higher four figures on a freaking card, dude, I kind of want all the stars to align. You know what I mean? All the companies. Because I just didn't have the hell yeah, that's 100% the real deal. You know what I mean? And so another guy I consulted is Phil Sweepa. You might know him from his Motown Mail Day videos that he does. Extremely knowledgeable autograph collector. Whenever I have a question about an autograph, which isn't that freaking often because I feel like I know what I collect, I know the autographs that I'm always pursuing. Whenever I have a question, I contact Phil, and he's really good. And so Phil was like, ugh, I don't know. I don't want to say yes, I don't want to say no, but long story short, he said if he had an authentication company, he wouldn't pass it. So now I got Phil, I got myself, I got company X, and I got PSA telling me either I don't know or straight up no. So that's that. And you're thinking, well, how'd you F yourself, dude? Like, you have no skin in the game yet. Well, me and the guy worked a price out before all this. And so I started selling things because I knew for a fact it was going to take a little bit of time to get this much money in the PayPal account. I had to start selling things. Well, I started a project not too long ago that if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it. But I haven't done anything on YouTube. I haven't shown any of them off. And I was collecting future Hall of Fame or current stud, like big time stud players, either their silver prism rookies or their Topps rookie refractors. Okay. So I did a huge deal last night with a guy. I started around 11 at night, and me and him finished wheeling and dealing back and forth at 4 in the morning. And he PayPal'd me at 4:15 or so. So this is just some of the stuff that I sold. this isn't everything. This is just kind of the highlights. Um, Larry Fitzgerald, Topps rookie refractor. All of these are going to be Topps rookie refractors or rookie silver prisms. Rob Gronkowski, Frank Gore, Ben Roethlisberger, Tony Gonzalez, Eli Manning, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Peyton Manning. And once again, that's not all of them. There was more. But those are kind of the bigger ones. Huge, huge, huge freaking transaction. It was the biggest transaction I have ever done as a collector. And so we did that deal last night. I went to UPS today and paid a freaking arm and a leg to ship it with insurance and all that bullshit, all that stuff. Pardon my language. And then to come to find out, after I shipped it, after I finished that deal, that Phil and me already talked before I shipped off this stuff. But, you know, Phil isn't a professional. He knows his stuff. He definitely knows his stuff, but he's not a professional. And I'm not a professional, and I feel like I know my stuff. And I was really, really hoping, man, that PSA and this other company X would come back and be like, yeah, man, it's the real deal, because it's already slabbed and authenticated by company Y over here. And they all came back saying no. Even when against my better judgment, I wasn't even 100%. I don't even know if I was 70%. So I guess the whole point of this story, man, is if I would have just calmed down and settled down and breathed a little bit, the deal wasn't going anywhere. The gentleman has been an absolute pleasure to deal with, working with me so much. He was even selling it for literally a couple $1,000s less than the last one sold for, because he said he was already making a killing on it from what he bought it for, that he didn't need to mark it up to, I guess, current value of the last one sold. So he was giving me a hell of a deal. Absolute pleasure to deal with. I've had a lot smaller transactions with this gentleman through the years. So all of that couldn't have been any freaking better, man. I was just hoping that everything would work out, and it didn't. And if I would have calmed down and breathed a little bit, I would still have all that noise is my dogs over here wrestling. I would still have all of these awesome rookie refractors, rookie prisms that I bought with the intention to get signed at future signings. Which, if you follow my channel, which if you're watching this, you probably follow my channel, you know what I collect. My number one PC is signed NFL Hall of Fame rookie cards. And all of these, although may not be their key rookie card, in my opinion, it was their key rookie card. You know my infatuation with Topps. So that's that. And it's not like I can just go buy another one of this particular card. They just do not come around, man. I'm talking, you might see one once a year, once every 2 years. They just don't come around very often. So that is that. I appreciate the let me vent on camera. I hope this didn't come across as just rambling or babbling like an idiot. You know, and I've said it a couple times now. Just breathe, y'all. If you get that freaking awesome deal or that card you've just wanted for so long, you know, just breathe. Make the right decision, because I most definitely did not make the right decision. The deal wasn't going anywhere. The gentleman told me time and time again that, hey, Garrett, I'm saving this card for you, man. Don't you worry about it. It's not going anywhere. So that is that. So now I have a grip of money in my PayPal. Like literally more PayPal than I've ever had in my entire freaking life. And I just don't know what to spend it on. You know, I'm not motivated to go buy anything right now just because I'm so kind of butthurt over how this went down on this guy's part, no one else. So that's that, y'all. Till next time, adios, be safe, bye bye, toodles.